Hi there, guys. Adam here with another Geeky Guys video for the EDH Geeks right now. So quickly, we're having a bit of a discussion update about the upcoming Commander videos that we'll be doing here on YouTube and how everything's going down, how everything's going to work out. For this, we'll also mention what's sort of happening for the people behind the scenes, quote unquote, I suppose. But it's an update for everyone. So what's happening basically, because Zendikar coming out very soon, is I've made a list of all the commanders, and basically I'm gonna cut up that list and put all the names into a hat, and everyone's who's gonna do this is going to draw a random name out of the hat, pull it out and say, okay, I've got whatever, this thing. And then they're going to have to build a budget $50 deck around that commander. So it's going to be very hard again to sort of get together, knowing what you're doing, while pre-release is sort of happening and all this sort of thing. So if you've got pulled a, this is your commander, this is what you've got to find, sort of thing, or this is what you've got to build around for your $50 budget, then you know what you're looking for. You know that you're looking for stuff in those colours, you know you're looking for that commander, you know you want to trade for it or want to try to get it so that you can start doing it, and you need to sort of have that in your mind going in before the cards are released so that you know what direction you're going in so you can start building your decks, because it takes a lot of effort to especially build on a budget. It's much easier to say, oh well, I'll just throw whatever good stuffs I can put in there, and if I want to build it whichever way I want to build it, I will. It's much easier just to throw a bunch of shock lands and fetch lands and that sort of thing in there than it is to say, oh, well, I've got to stick to this budget, therefore I've got to have this, or I can't have that, nothing over $1 or $2, or, only a couple of things that are $1 or $2. So, that's a whole challenge, and, it's one of the biggest things about this. So everyone's going to pull, and we wanted to show off as many of the commanders as possible. So again, everyone's going to pull one, and I've only cut out two of the commanders from the Zendikar set entirely, because they're 4 and 5 color commanders. That is Tazri and the new Omnath. Basically, it's just going to be way too difficult for people to build a budget deck based around those two. Because of the number of colors that they're in. There's just not enough lands that are that fix you in those colors that would allow for you to build a budget deck that will be effective enough for what we want, in my opinion. So I'm just going to cut those two out because it's just going to be too difficult, and really, the Tazri one is very sort of semi-open-ended. It's just more of a 5-color good stuff commander, mostly. So we don't want to see just a good stuff commander. We want to see a synergistic set of commanders. We want to see what the new cards are going to do in our format. Can any of these cards make an impact onto the format? We don't want to just see people playing their Labmans and their Thasers and their Dark Depths and, not Dark Depths, the Dark Dweller Oracles and things, whatever it is, combos and things like this, Walking Ballistas and Helioids. I mean, if it fits to what your commander's really doing and whatever else, then it's fine. If you have like a ninjutsu commander and you reveal things off the top or whatever it does, if your commander is a landfall deck and you're going to make a lot of landfalls, then yes, obviously Cultivate and Rampant Growth and Kadama's Reach and all these sorts of things that go into there, just making you more and more land drops every single turn, and just keep building up your board so that you can, attack into people or, block, or you can trade, or you can do other things, or you can sack your things to do other things, then that's that's different. Like like if you put in things like if you've got sack outlets and if you've got like, Zula Port cutthroats and things like that, that's still part of the synergy of your deck. Like if it's a sacrifice based deck or what have you, that's still the synergy within your deck. It's not your quote unquote, even if it wins you the game, it's still not your quote unquote win condition. You're still seeing what the commander says that your deck's doing, and you're still using the cards, within what your commander's trying to do. You're not just saying, oh, I'll just play Labman and whatever else. We're not going to see the rest of the deck because I'm going to just mill my entire deck and then I win, whatever. We want to see decks actually doing what their commanders want them to do and that sort of thing. So that's how it's all working. And now we'll say that we're not going to build around the new base commander decks that are coming out as well with Zendikar Rising, because they are pre-belt decks, so there's nothing really to be done to them, and I think that they're already either on budget or over budget for what we would be doing. But if people want to see us do some gameplay with those new two legendary commanders, we can figure out something to do, or we can just do some precon sort of upgrade videos or what have you, that sort of thing. So guys, tell me what you want to see from us here doing these sort of decks or just this gameplay, and if you're up and excited for all this great commander content coming your way, so it should be coming in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for all of that, and hope to see you then. So